Disclaimer: this product was provided to the author to do a review. All opinions are 100% authors and authors alone. To have your product reviewed, visit bit.ly/reviewmyproduct.
James here from DragonBlogger.com. Today I have a little unboxing of the Boblov or Boblov 4K action camera. As you can see, this is how it came. It came just in this package. It's a fabric pouch. You can carry it. You know, I like that idea. I like it's better than a paper box. You don't have to deal with the paper box. You actually have it in a package that can be, works pretty well. I'll spin it around. Hopefully you guys can see the spin. Pretty much it's just a really narrow, thin box. I'm not going to spin it all the way around because it's pretty much the same thing on both sides. Now this is a 4K action camera. It does record in 4K at 25 frames per second. You can also do 2K at, I believe 2K is at like 30 frames per second, and then you'll go to 1080p, which will be 60 frames, and then if you go to 720, that'll be about 120 frames. But inside, this is a full kit. It's a full waterproof kit. Now the case itself is not waterproof, the camera is, and if you guys can see, it is a fully packed kit right here. A satisfaction card. They want to know if you're satisfied with your kit. To tell you if you have any issues, contact them first before contacting Amazon or anything, which is pretty cool. They stand behind it. It does have a remote that is wristbanded, so you actually have Velcro for the band, so you can strap this to your wrist. I believe this is going to be waterproof also, so you'll be able to use this underwater as long, and also with the the camera. But you have your red button, which is just photo, your gray button, which is record. Nice little addition. I like that part in the kit. I'm going to set it back aside. In here you have your skeleton bracket. This is good for screwing onto your tripods if you want to use it in a tripod, or if you have a window GoPro mount. I actually have a window GoPro mount I use that I took this case off of and just screwed it to like a tripod screw mount. Sure, there may be a piece in here to show you that, but they give you that. So that's a nice little piece. You have, an L bracket, so if you want to change direction, you have your handlebar bracket for your bicycles or motorcycles. You just unscrew it, connect it around. It has a rubber piece, so the gasket, and then pretty much you take this mount off, or use this mount, and connect it, and then screw the camera on. Nice that they add these. I'm glad it's a full kit. Some of them don't do it. Over here they have an extra little mount. This mount is for, like screwing onto your other mounts. We'll see if they actually have the pieces for that. I believe here's one. I'll show you how it works. Actually, this is a clip so you can clip it onto your clothes, your action camera, or your belt. Nice little piece. Here's your 3M adhesive helmet mounts. So you have a couple 3M adhesive pads, extra pads. You also have the 3M adhesive on the clip mounts itself. And this is what I was talking about. Now, it slides backwards and then it's clipped on. Now, I'm not going to leave that on there. As you can see, it fits tight, so it is nice and snug. I'm going to put each piece back in. So you get two of those. Nice that they give those to you, so you can connect it to a couple different helmets. So if you have a bicycle helmet, skiing helmet, you don't have to keep switching around. In here you have some more Velcro straps. Nice little pieces to add. They have a separate back to your camera case, just in case this one breaks. They have a second one. Nice little addition to the kit. Here is your wire ties and your stabilization mount and your camera cleaning piece. I ain't going to pull these out. You guys have probably seen so many of these. It's crazy. Then you have your charging cord. USB to micro USB. Nice little piece. Now everything seems to be wrapped up in separate plastic except for the backup battery. There is a second battery. I would have loved to have seen this in a plastic, but it is what it is. This is a 3.7 volt at 1050 mAh, so 3.85. So It's definitely got some charge time. I would say probably 2 hours of battery life for recording. Now here's your swivel mounts that I was talking about earlier. I used this swivel mount to this. You can either connect it up to the skeleton case or, well, yeah, they'll have to use the skeleton case on this. This action camera doesn't actually have the tripod screw in it. So not a big deal, but they give you the skeleton case so you can make it work. You can add this to it if you want to add swivel stuff. Glad they add all these extra pieces. Some kits are just the camera, some are more. And then you have two more L's over here. These little brackets, you know, have your screws. And just simple stuff. Then you have the camera itself and the user manual. I'm going to set some of this stuff aside. The user manual, it tells you that it's 4K, you know, Ultra HD, waterproof up to 30 meters, long battery life, 170 degree wide angle lens, so you'll get 170 degree recording angles. You know, it's in English, German, French, Italian, Spanish, and Japanese. Tells you what every piece in the kit is, you know, your bandages, your batteries, lens cleaning, mount 7s, clip 1s, you know, stuff like that. It also tells you how to use the clips and the mounts. It shows you how to mount it to your helmet, so if you want extra pieces, so side mounts, top mounts. It walks you through it. Tells you about the Boblov to turn the camera on, how to use it, changing settings, resolution settings, you know, burst photos, video record modes. Nice little addition, shows you how to use, you know, your thing. It also has a camera app, so you'll be able to connect this up to your smartphones, so it is Wi-Fi. Now the case itself, as you guys can see, is a nice waterproof case. It does have plastic all over it, so you're good there. You know, this one's got some plastic on the front lens. You'll have to take that off. It's just the usual stuff. It's got a clip, unscrews if you don't want this mount piece. You know, you got your front power button. You have a single side button, and then you have a single top button. On this far side, you have your regular power port, and then you have your micro HD port, and I believe battery kit hole, and SD card slot. Now I'm going to pull this out so you guys can see this a little better. If you guys can see the case, you know, clips nice and tight. You lift forward, pop back, it opens. Camera itself is, you know, gray and black. It's got a front screen so you can actually see stuff. We'll try and turn this on. If you can see, it says 1080p at 60 frames per second. I hope you guys can see that. You know, it shows it's record. You know, it's ready to record video. It shows you Wi-Fi. So it's got a front LCD screen. That is a nice touch. A lot of these cameras don't have that. This tells you what you're doing. On the back, you guys can see the video is on. You got your top record button, it's got a round circle. And like I said, your side is your Wi-Fi. Not a big deal, we'll even hit it. You know, waiting for Wi-Fi connection. You know, we'll just, that is what it is. And then you have your micro SD slot, like I said. Your HDMI port, and then your charging power port. You have 3 microphones here. All in all, it's a nice full kit. Glad Boblov added all that stuff. I would love to see some of these kits maybe come with a handheld piece for like when you're swimming, or even a little mini tripod. I actually had one kit that came with that. But not all these kits are equal, but Boblov did a good kit. I will be fully testing this on DragonBlogger.com. So thank you for checking out my unboxing of the Boblov 4K Wi-Fi action camera, and keep your eyes out for more on DragonBlogger.com.
Disclaimer: this product was provided to the author to do a review. All opinions are 100% authors and authors alone. To have your product reviewed, visit bit.ly/reviewmyproduct.